Even Shah Rukh Khan has been moved out, but complete pandemonium on the ground where the mob has taken over Salt Lake Stadium. Has India been embarrassed on the international stage?
It has been embarrassed, but because of whom? It's not the fans who are guilty here. These scenes of chaos and complete mismanagement, actually the fans were forced. Can I complete?
Please go on.
I think this embarrassment is only attributable to one person and party, that is the TMC and Mamata Banerjee. Where is the planning? Where is the security? Where are the adequate police bandobast that should have been then done? And why were inept TMC leaders surrounding Messi, not allowing the fans what they had come for after paying so much money? So at every level, it is the TMC that is to blame. And you remember, Ayushman, what had happened in Bengaluru stampede? What if there would have been a stampede and people would have lost their lives? What would have happened if there would have been some kind of unholy towards the guest that has come? This shows the ineptness of the TMC government, the TMC-run police, and I think Mamata Banerjee has embarrassed us all. She should apologize. She should resign. She has embarrassed the nation because of her ineptness and because of her complete, I would say, incompetence. This is complete incompetence. The fans are not to blame. Who is to blame? The administration and the police.
Right, but Mr. Poonawalla, you're not blaming the fans, but there has to be some semblance at the end of the day. You can be angry with the organizers, but to engulf the entire field, take up steel poles and vandalize the entire stadium, uproot chairs from inside the stadium, throw them onto the field, this kind of decorum is not expected from the biggest football fans in the country, in the city of Kolkata. I agree with you that the deployment should have been there, that as you can see in these visuals, there's one police officer trying to control 100 people. But clearly the fans should have also restrained themselves from getting this angry.
Ayushman, we can all come and see what the fans have done or not done, and we can have a view on that. But my point is, why take it to the fans? Today the question is that had there been enough arrangements, security arrangements, police arrangements, and if the fans would not have felt cheated by the organizers who are working in conjunction with the state government, this situation would not have arisen. So my point is that which is the first stage? The first stage is administration, event management and police management. If that would have been perfect, the fans would never have reacted. Anyway, forget what the fans did or did not do. The point is, what is the state government's role? Has the state government done its role? Now you see, they will come and they will blame, abuse every kind of element. Mamata Banerjee will cook up all theories. She will say that this is outsiders doing it, etc. My simple question is, Ayushman, just imagine these pictures must be going viral across the world. That देखो भारत ने मेसी को बुलाया और कितना बड़ा mess हो गया. And imagine what India's image is becoming, that we are doing Coldplay concert. India's image is becoming that we are a superpower. And look at what Mamata Banerjee and her government has done. Inept government. She has hurt the fans. She's hurt our image.
Right, so that is the pitch coming in from the BJP. Thank you, Mr. Poonawalla, for joining us on the broadcast. BJP making it extremely clear that Mamata Banerjee has embarrassed India on the international stage. Getting some more breaking news which is coming in, where it seems some fans have also been injured in the melee which has been taking place on the ground. One fan has been injured. Also, what we are learning is that fans are even engaging in a scuffle with the police inside the stadium, as there is complete pandemonium on the ground. One fan has been injured, but that's clearly an initial report. In this entire melee where fans are vandalizing the entire stadium, clearly the number of injuries are only likely to go up. But it's an embarrassing scene for the entire country. People wearing Messi's jersey but taking up these long steel poles and vandalizing the entire stadium, hitting the sound system, uprooting the chairs from inside the stadium and throwing it onto the ground. This kind of anger, unprecedented, and a complete breakdown of the security situation and law and order inside the Salt Lake Stadium. You can see now people are trying to clear the entire area, but at the same time, people are even picking up those poles again, walking all over the stadium and vandalize. You can see no one is stopping them. They're just gathered over there. Police are completely outnumbered, completely overwhelmed, unable to contain the entire situation, as fans are just continuing their vandalism across the Salt Lake Stadium and the entire mob running amok. You can see all those visuals on your screen. No fear of the law among these fans as they are picking up those chairs and throwing them onto the ground and do not care about the situation at the Salt Lake City. They are just angry with the local administration and they are just vandalizing the entire structure, and clearly the entire security force completely overwhelmed. You can see the police are just walking around the entire stadium area, unable to fathom what to do, how to control this entire group. As you can see, they are just vandalizing the entire statue. The police are just standing there. One cop, as you can see, he's trying to manage over 100 people, but clearly it won't work as this cop is chasing all these people. They're just coming back and vandalizing the entire structure. Kamalka continues to be with us on the broadcast, reporting live from inside the Salt Lake Stadium. Kamalka, any semblance of order inside the stadium, or are these scenes only going from bad to worse?
No.
Kamalka, can you hear me? We'll try to reconnect with Kamalka over there. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, the BJP has made it extremely clear now, pointing the guns squarely at the Mamata Banerjee government, saying that the first leg of Lionel Messi's tour has now erupted in this level of pandemonium. This is an embarrassment for India on the international stage. And at the same time, the fans are also responsible. This is your city. This is the Mecca of football fandom. And this kind of a behavior from those wearing Messi's jersey is not expected. But at the same time, law and order is the police's job, and they have completely failed over here at the Salt Lake Stadium. Kamalka back with us on the broadcast, reporting from inside the Salt Lake Stadium. Kamalka, what is the situation now? Some semblance of order, or is it going from bad to worse? Kamalka, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go on. What is the situation right now?
Yes, right now would like to show you, this is the place they tried to, the angry mob, the unruly mob, they tried to put the canopy on fire and then it was controlled. But, you know, it is even half an hour of what is happening. Still it is continuing. There is no stop to it. That is which is concerning. More forces were required. This entire stadium is absolutely in a ruckus. And you can see that they tried to set fire on the canopy, but finally could not do it. Again, would like to show you that the police is trying to do some lathi charge, resort to lathi charge, but this is absolutely anarchy which is taking place, which has taken place out here. This is absolutely uncalled for. People are saying they wanted to see Messi, they could not see Messi, but the problem is that there were people who were surrounding Messi. They should not have been there, and for which reason they could not see Messi properly. But the point is, come what may, they took the entire law at hand. That is which is very concerning, and that is which is absolutely
I'm sorry
not
to interrupt.
right.
We're getting a reaction from Kunal Ghosh of the TMC. Thank you, Mr. Ghosh, for joining us on the broadcast. What has gone wrong? India has been embarrassed on the international stage as the security situation has completely broken down at the Salt Lake Stadium.
You see, not only as a political party's member, I am also Vice President of Mohun Bagan Athletic Club. What happened, that is totally unfortunate and totally shameful. And what happened, some people gathered in and around Lionel Messi, and the supporters from gallery, they couldn't see Lionel Messi, for whom they were waiting for a long time. And they bought tickets even by 10,000 rupees. And that is totally shameful. And the main organizer, the responsibility that is goes to the main organizer. And we are now taking the situation very, very seriously. What happened? Why happened? What was the requisition from the agent or the organizer? The administration is looking the whole situation. That is totally, we are condemning the situation. Totally, and we are supporting the sentiment. I am totally supporting the sentiment of the supporters who became deprived.
You're supporting these supporters who are picking up these long steel poles and vandalizing different parts of Salt Lake Stadium.
No.
They're wearing Messi jerseys. They're taking.
There is a clear demarcation line.
Where is the demarcation line?
or-
There are hundreds of people inside Salt Lake Stadium who are completely destroying the stadium. You will have to fix it over time. And they're still doing it, and you're sympathizing with them.
This is the failure of totally the organizer.
But what
And
about
I
the
am not
police?
supporting who vandalized the stadium, but their sentiment. We have to understand the sentiment also. They were waiting for a long time only to see Messi.
Okay, you
But-
were
but
waiting
the
for a long time,
organizer-
but are you saying it justifies this?
No, I am not justifying. But you can't ignore their sentiment. They were waiting for not only a football match. You can see him throughout 90 minutes. That is a fraction of a second by which he will pass in front of you. And when this is being guarded, they became annoyed. And I am not supporting the work of vandalism, but the sentiment, and that is a total failure of the organizer.
But what about the police? What I can see in these visuals, sir, I am seeing it right now. There is one police officer trying to control over
that particular
500
moment,
people who are on the ground.
What did the police do on that particular moment?
What can this policeman do?
The circle of Messi, that was decided by his agents and the local organizer.
But sir, to contain this mob right now, why are there just a few handful of police officers not able to contain these people? Where is the deployment? Why aren't people being moved out of the stadium?
This is happening now. So what happened and what is happening? And our government is soft towards the football supporters. And our government feels that their sentiment. But we are not supporting the vandalism. And now we hope as soon as possible the situation will be under control.
But are you deploying more people over here? Because I don't think these two
That is
police
the total
officers...
part of police and administration. I am not part of that.
You're not part of... but you're representing the administration, aren't you?
No.
No.
I am here. I am talking with you as the Vice President of National Club of India, Mohan Bagan.
So you've taken off the TMC hat and you're putting the Mohan Bagan hat now. While you're
No. I am a TMC member also. I support the sentiment of the football supporters, not the vandalism.
But I want you to... But you should condemn also the lack of police deployment which has led to this situation.
That is yet to be... We have to get the report, na?
Sir, the report is right in front of you. It's being flashed across the screen. The entire nation has been embarrassed from Salt Lake Stadium.
I can see on the screen. But we have to also hear from the police officers also.
We have to hear from the police officers.
Police is behaving with very restrained way.
But sir, the need of the action, what if they almost burned down one of the pavilions? What is the police waiting for?
You see, police is totally trying their best to make the situation under control. The public who are now agitating, they are football lovers. They are not dacoits or other. They came here only to see Lionel Messi.
So they are not dacoits? What do you call this?
Unfortunate incident situation happened and they became agitated. So police is taking the situation